So as I was saying, in the first part and stuff, episode I think 12. I'm alright. You got a cough to get off, right? Anyway, I think I was mainly talking about and probably jabbering about Gamora. And in the comic books, at least, from what I saw and stuff, Gamora was always announced to be the most dangerous woman in the galaxy. And this is, something that, was always kind of said and, shown in some ways, but I was really hoping that in the MCU they would have, that's what I was excited for. I'm like, finally, on the big screen we get to see, in a film version, the Guardians of the Galaxy and all that, and it's just, I was really hoping to see a lot more of this, most dangerous woman in the galaxy. I mean, everybody feared Gamora. I wanted more capitalization of why, and I don't think the person who was doing the comic run for, the longest time was actually given enough time to really capitalize on that. And that's just how that goes. I don't think James Gunn cared enough to really capitalize on that anyways, but, I hear he's working for DC now, so, maybe he can fix Suicide Squad. I'm just kidding. I actually like that movie. At first I was worried because I'm like, Will Smith, as, Deadshot. I was like, geez, I don't know about that, but it turned out that him and Harley Quinn were the reason to see the freaking movie at all. So, honestly, the plot was kind of meh, but, seeing Harley Quinn on the big screen being all Harley-ish and all that is just, yeah. So, back to Marvel Future Fight and away from DC a little bit, and talking about James Gunn and some stuff that irritates me. Here on Foxx Play, I try to be entertaining, and informative somewhat. X-Men are things I very know little about. As far as I know of Magneto is what I remember from reading up on, the start of the Onslaught saga that pretty much killed the Marvel Universe at the time. I don't blame Marvel really for that. Magneto is very powerful, I know that. Possibly what they define as an Omega class or something like that. The power of magnetism and, the way he can work and bond metals is just, amazing, at least from what I've seen in media and have read in comics, which, generally when Magneto shows up, either the X-Men are occupied with other Brotherhood mutants when I've read them, or they're, kind of caving and getting the hell out of there. And stuff. So let me switch out of Magnetos and that. And Apocalypse won't help either. Here's my nude Thanos. Nude. I haven't worked on him worth a darn. I only know that his fifth skill is entertaining. And, he seems pretty fun as far as the game character. I don't have his uni yet because I didn't care much to support Infinity War except for Guardians of the Galaxy. For now. Now, Thanos I know a lot more of as I've read Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity Watch and Infinity Wars, a lot of the cosmic side of Marvel things, which were a lot more interesting to read for me. And, he had a whole different look to him. I mean, it was kind of like almost a tear in your eye. When you love somebody, you want to show them you're worthy, and you don't think you're worthy, when you already are, and you're not doing your job, and you do it too quickly. You give somebody everything and become a god yourself to a level that you're above the person you love and everything, and it's just goes into this huge, big detail of him and Mistress Death or Lady Death, whatever you'd like to call her. It's just, a sad tale. And, really it took the Avengers winning by the skin of their teeth, and Adam Warlock pretty much saying at the end of Gauntlet. Anyway, the Gauntlet's mine. If anybody has a problem with it, you can pretty much go fuck yourself. And stuff like that. Apocalypse. There are characters that I focus on, which are my favorites, and there's characters that I don't focus on, which are sometimes the popular ones or the best ones to progress through certain modes, and I'm kind of limping along. I'm doing it, I'm just limping along like, I don't know. Professor X on crutches. Okay, let's see here. World boss. Before we probably cut out eventually too, this is part 2 of episode 12. We'll just see how far we can get here. Let's do some of these. Alright. I like increasing damage. I don't know if that really makes a difference versus any other bonus, but dealing with supervillains, that's what I've been doing. Been working out okay. Doctor Strange gives that 10% bonus to energy attack, which is super nice. Star-Lord has become, I have to admit, since getting his Infinity War movie, a lot more relevant. But I prefer Rocket Raccoon's furry butt. Just because Rocket Raccoon is actually the reason I got into Guardians in the first place. I saw a comic of Raccoon wielding a gun about 5-10 times the size he was at the comic book store on a comic-ish front, and I just thought, well, I gotta get on into this because that seems so ridiculous and awesome that I have to get involved, and I've been rather hooked ever since. In fact, some Guardians comics were actually in the 99-cent bins at my Winville comic book store back in the day. Which, if you don't know Winville, it's just this small little city in Washington that really is irrelevant. It is, but it isn't. I mean, it's got a Target, I guess, and a Walmart, so it's a city, right? But there was a time that I remember it was nothing but a dirt field with like feed store and gas station and maybe the high school. But anyways, that's all I wanted to show you today, I guess, for part 2. Take it easy, y'all. Peace.